up. You know what? The brotherly love is alive and well in Orchard. But Josh Allen, boom, is loving the end zone, and the Bills strike back, leading the Chiefs by the score of 17-13 at the half. As we welcome you back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report, it is the official 5G network of the NFL. Bob Bettina says, now we go over here, JB. I'm James Brown, along with Phil, Coach Nate, and Boomer. The Brahma Bull getting it done.
And that be Josh Allen. It's been the arm of Patrick Mahomes and the legs of Josh Allen. He's been doing it many ways. This is a scramble run. He's looking for a pass. Do not hesitate to take a pocket or a hole when he sees one. This is another scramble run. You're going to see him right there. Take it right in. Then you're going to see him back here. He has some design runs. Again, he's only thrown the ball to the receivers 4 times down the field. They get inside the red zone. This is designed all the way. No push needed here. That's just Josh Allen being a monster that he is right there. 8 rushes in the first half for 51 yards, 2 touchdowns, 18 on the season, which is a record in terms including of the postgame or postseason, postseason and season.
And Travis Kelce was fairly quiet towards the end of the year, but he was waiting for this moment to step up. Here he is running a banana route, basically faking the over and then coming out and finding the soft spot. On the right side of your screen, he runs a corner route, and in between, you see Mahomes just dot that ball in there. And then I once heard, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They run a corner route to the left side. He's wide open after a blown coverage. Travis Kelce balling. We know that this offense works through him. When he starts making plays, it makes it easier for all the other pass catchers in this offense to step up.
Yeah, you know, I got to say this about Josh Allen. You're Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs. What do you think they talked about for the whole week on defense? Let's stop Josh Allen. That's not working. Give a lot of credit to the offensive line of the Buffalo Bills. Then on the other side, Patrick Mahomes. No pressure on him. The offensive tackles, which I talked about in the pregame show, it kind of said they're not doing their job. They've been really good. Both of them have done a great job. Taylor and Smith for the tackles for Kansas City. Good job.
You know, Josh Allen playing like Lamar Jackson right now. He does not want to lose this game. It reminds me of the game that they played against Philadelphia. That was Buffalo's last loss. They lost 37-34 in overtime. In that game, Josh Allen ran for over 80 yards, threw for over 340 yards, and had 4 touchdowns. This is the Josh Allen that we have been witnessing for the last 6 weeks in the NFL, and this is why he, Lamar, Patrick, these guys are the most dangerous quarterbacks in the league, because they are so unpredictable.
Buffalo Bills miss Gabe Davis because he's a vertical guy down the field. So right now, if I'm Steve Spagnuolo, I've got to bring at least 5 rushers. I got to pressure. I got to take away the running lanes right now of Josh Allen. Make him beat you throwing. And right now, the biggest thing you want to do for Patrick Mahomes is make you beat him rushing. So get him out of the pocket.
And Phil, you mentioned Patrick Mahomes being comfortable in the pocket. Buffalo Bills only blitzed him once in that first half. If you want to make him uncomfortable, move him off his pivot, you're going to have to bring some type of pressure.
Yeah, so you want to, if you come to get more guys to stop the running game and Josh Allen, you're going to open up down the field, which I think they're willing to.
Hey, last thing, in the 7 matchups these guys have played, 176 to 176 points scored by both teams, which means it's going to come down to
earlier today.
Right, and Buffalo will have the prevailing win in the 4th quarter, as Tony Romo pointed out in the pregame. All right, how about the Detroit Lions? Here comes Jamar Gibbs. Hey, look, 2nd and 2. He's going to take off for 31 yards, 24-17 Detroit at this point. And then Baker Mayfield. He has a chance to take his team down, possibly for a tie. This game is going to be ended on this interception by Derek Barnes. And for the first time since 1991, led by Wayne Fonts and Eric Kramer back then, Dan Campbell and Jared Goff. And here is the bracket. You have Detroit visiting San Francisco. Next Sunday, we will have the winner of this game at Baltimore prior to that.
Detroit, what up, though?
Yeah. Buffalo has had the ball twice as long as, of course, Kansas City. When Patrick has it, he's dangerous. Let's see what the second half brings. The Verizon Halftime Report continues.
Got to shut down the running game on first down, get them into obvious passing situations so they can unleash the pressure that they have not been able to do so far.
Well, this year, the first ever high school girls flag football state champion will be crowned in New York. In celebration of this historic upcoming season, the Bills invited varsity flag players from Lackawanna and Cheektowaga high schools to today's game to represent all of the Western New York girls flag teams. The girls welcomed the Bills onto the field during player intros, competed in a flag football scrimmage. Here's a touchdown. At halftime. To learn more about flag football, visit flagfootball.com. kickoff by Bass. And he got a lot behind that one into the wind. Delivers the touchback, and Tracy caught up with Sean McDermott earlier.
Sean, it's the heavyweight fight we all expected. What is this one, though, going to come down to?
Well, who's making plays? At the end of the day, we got to make more plays than they're making.
Was there a final message to your team coming out here at the half?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Thank you.
Go for it. That's the message. McDermott, who served 10 years under Andy Reid in Philadelphia. On first down, Mahomes going with a long ball. What a catch! MVS this time has it. With Taron Johnson on him tightly, he made the grab.
We talked about the other side. First team All-Pro, McDuffie this is the other slot corner, the top two slot corners in the NFL, second team All-Pro this year. But saying go for it, both teams right here. Man-to-man coverage, which they didn't do in the past much. And then the perfectly thrown ball by Mahomes. If you're going to beat Kansas City, you got to stop and pressure Mahomes.
The longest play of the game. It went for 30. Pacheco, wow, has a couple on that run. Quarterback numbers in the first half. Mahomes 9 out of 13. Add another 30 yards to that pass total on the throw to Valdez-Scantling. Allen 14 of 19. Rushed for 2 touchdowns.
Both teams, though, got help in the run game and some of the smaller stuff. Really systematic first half by both quarterbacks. I think it's going to come down to the ball. Obviously, we know about who has the ball last year, but a fumble or a turnover could cost you your season.
Mahomes. A couple of times he's able to fake as if he's going to give it up to Bell, and he keeps going as, my goodness, look at Mahomes doing what we watched Josh Allen do often in that first half. He got away from Douglas.
Watch him fake this right here. Like, I'm going to throw it over you. And it gets Douglas to leave his feet. Mahomes has been doing this for years, where he just tricks you with his instincts and be like, I'm going to do it. Oh, no. And everyone goes for it and buys the fake. Do you remember that run down the sideline?
I'll never forget it. Back at Arrowhead.
You don't remember the game.
In the AFC Championship game. Yeah. But you know what's amazing? They've taken 3 plays to get all the way down to the Buffalo 18. They moved it, by the way. They moved it back to the 18-yard line. One time they had him out at the 9. Boy, and A.J. Klein is shaken up. This is Klein. Oh, you see him roll that left ankle. But they originally spotted him down at the 9. They moved it back to the 18.
And Tracy, to her point early in the game, Sean McDermott, the Buffalo Bills head coach, has never gone into a game with only 4 linebackers dressed, and you just saw one of them walk off the field.
Well, we just saw also Terrell Dodson change helmets so that he gets the communication sent into him with Klein going out. There's Pacheco with Vaughn Miller making a second tackle. Tracy.
Jim, we saw A.J. Klein go off, and I will have an update as soon as I can. But Chiefs linebacker Willie Gay, who has been used as a spy in the past on Josh Allen, is officially out now with a neck injury.
Wow. That is huge. That is huge. That's literally what the game plan, I believe, was going into this game, was going to utilize the spy there. Now you've got to find someone else in a different package and different personnel.
We just saw A.J. Klein come right back out. So he missed 1 play, 2nd and 8. There's Pacheco. All kinds of room in the middle of that field, and he's got a 1st and goal to go for Kansas City.
And what a drive. Answering the bell, coming out, down 4 on the road. First road playoff game in the Patrick Mahomes era. And you could see the sense of urgency by this Chiefs offense right now.
14 yards for Pacheco. And again, they're working the middle of that field, attacking an already thin linebacking group. 3 tight ends come in for this snap. 1st and goal from the 3.
Kansas City needs to get 7 here. After a great drive, they stalled out far too much recently.
Going to go to Kelsey. Got blockers out there. Trying to find an opening and a pylon. And they say touchdown.
Wow, touchdown. What an incredible individual effort by Kelsey. It's a screen, not much room there. And at the end of it, Jackson's on the outside. But you got to give credit to Noah Gray blocking on the edge. Watch this right here. He's got to navigate. Do I go forward, outside? And he's in right there.
Yes.
Nobody's better at putting that head down and finishing the play by the goal line. Kelsey's been doing it for years. Touchdown, right, Jim?
I'm just going to defer to Gene because the left foot was also out at about the same time that I think he's crossing the plane.
It sure was, Jim, and I think what I'm peeking at is as I look and see, you're right, but I do believe the front nose of that football appears to just break the plane right before that body part hits out of bounds.
This is close. Go ahead and run that a little more. Let's see that. Did he get in?
Well, they've confirmed it. It's confirmed, which gives us now 3 lead changes in 6 minutes and 45 seconds.
Would you expect anything different in this matchup?
Tell you, back and forth they go. Kelsey with the second touchdown in the game. And Butker right down the middle. Takes the lead at 2017, the same score by which Buffalo.
Well, let's look at his last one. That is crazy that they've already achieved that. Wow, that's a great shot on that bottom right. I love this whole thing. But the individual effort and his just commitment and desire. I mean, he
scored all 3 times there.
Yes, he scored all 3 times.
He actually has 2, but
he's gone through adversity this year. He was injured early, and obviously some of the numbers didn't match what he's done over and over again. But I'm telling you, I saw him turn it up a notch at the end of the year, and you're seeing that play out again tonight.
Now, first snap for the Bills in the second half. Going to go to Hardy. And Deontay Hardy pushed out by Tranquil. One of the world's most iconic performers lights up Vegas. Watch Usher on the Apple Music Super Bowl 58 halftime show, February 11th on CBS. That could be a little bit of a staggering blow here for the Bills Mafia and these Bills players even to see how quickly the Chiefs came out and were able to strike for a touchdown. 6 plays as they go to Cook in 2nd and 8. He's near the first down. He'll be a yard short.
Great job of staying committed to the run. Right there, you feel like, ooh, 2nd and long, they might get away. In week 14, they came out and ran the ball to start the game, and they had a ton of success getting up on the Chiefs early. But then they kind of like got away from it, and they didn't do it again until the end. And I was wondering if they were going to stay committed to it today. You talked about the first half. Right there, that was a huge point, though, because on 2nd and long, you don't really want to run the ball and have 3rd and 8.
3rd and 1. That's going to be enough for a first down.
And these are huge marks right here because you almost can't go for it on your end of the field in a game like this. So, you know, those inches are huge.
Ty Johnson, who's seeing more reps late in the season.
It's a great cut. One step, bounce, and then get forward, and that's all you needed to get a first down and not stay committed to run. And then you can do little things, Jim, like just play action, and that's when you get your shot play for 40, 30 yards.
They've got all 3 tight ends in for this one. On first down. Take the toss, and they use this play in the first half for Cook. They come back to it and pick up another 7.
And this was that play. They were going to take their shot right down the field. And because Kansas City is playing with their safeties very deep, you're going to find that they're going to get out of there and watch the linebackers get depth after the play action. They turn and run. And Josh systematically, knowing in the back of his mind, I do not have to take the chance. This game will come down to a turnover. Don't give it to him. Him and Mahomes doing it perfectly so far.
Reggie Gilliam in at fullback. On 2nd and 3. They're going to run behind Gilliam. And there he goes. Cook with another first down for the Bills.
They're continuing to use 6 offensive linemen. And they do it again on this play. Watch on your left side. That's not a tight end. That's 76, Edwards. And he just goes ahead and puts O'Minahue on the ground.
They're up to 138 yards on the ground in this game.
They got another extra O-lineman in.
Ran right into Bolton. He drives him back after 1.
And this is where both these coaches do a great job of adjusting in the second half. These systems are built the same way, Jim. They both come from Jim Johnson, the tree in Philadelphia, where Andy Reid made all those NFC championship game appearances with Donovan McNabb back in the day. That's why he went out and got Steve Spagnuolo. This system is very tough to deal with. They pressure, they show you this over here, and then they bring it there. That has not happened today because of the running. It calms it down. But right there was the first time I saw Spagnuolo come after you. And it was in a run.
2nd and 9. You get it to Diggs. Walker up ahead, but all the Chiefs come over there to help out on the tackle. Williams is hurt. Waving for help. Got a flag down also.
It's hard to blitz people when they're throwing swing routes, flat routes, and getting it out quick.
It's going to be against Kansas City here.
During the run, illegal use of hands to the face. It's number 22. This 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. It's first down.
So McDuffie is flagged for that.
Those are huge penalties, right? You had a 3rd and long coming up, Jim. Instead, you get an automatic first down. McDuffie's hands right. Does it go up? Yep. Gene, is that a good call?
That's a really good call, Tony, because it's not only there and it stays prolonged then,
yes,
which definitely elevates it to a foul.
Kincaid would answer that question if he could talk. But his mouth was twisted sideways around his head.
Hard to talk.
It is very difficult. 1st and 10. Cook for 8 more.
That's the 15th play today with 6 offensive linemen out there. And some teams do it a little bit. But just go ahead and run that right here. This is going to be just a mash play where you go in one way and then you cut back. But they're displacing the center core of this Kansas City defense. That doesn't happen very often.
Face mask, too, maybe on the back end of that, Gene.
Yeah, I think there might have been something on the back end there, Jim, right at the end, as you said.
2nd and 2. No call. Cook.
Displacing that middle over and over again. This is very concerning.
Just wearing them down.
They are, but like when I say displacing, I mean the center of the Bills offense, the interior 3, are taking the 2 or 3 guys from Kansas City and displacing them from their area. They're moving them 2-3 yards to the right, left, or back. And that is not normal to watch Kansas City get moved like that.
Same kind of thing they did against the Cowboys about a month ago. They've had the football in this possession for 5.5 minutes. Now, going to tuck it under, pick up 4 more. They want a flag on the back end of that.
I don't think that was a penalty. I wouldn't. It didn't look to me like that deserved a penalty. But watch, it's a play fake, and Allen's looking to go to the flat. And you see
Gene, what do you think?
Maybe
you know what? He is a little late, guys. It's not a traditional slide to me because of the action from the back end. So it doesn't feel like your traditional slide, protect the sliding quarterback.
That's a great call.
But he is a little late.
Slide. Yep. It's well said. And you see right there, 9:51 trying to get him.
First down. That's a great catch by Shakir.
Boy, is he reliable, Jim.
We pick it up 7-8 yards again on first down every time.
We keep hearing about he's always in the right place. He's always doing the right thing. He's Mr. Reliable to me, and that right there shows you that's not an easy catch and then to turn and change direction.
Son of a military man who served this country for a quarter century. His father was a Marine, and his family lived all over, including in Japan, and he's learned to adapt. He'll tell you to everything, including different positions when he has to line up.
That's why he's playing, getting all these reps. He does everything correct. And now Can you get the first downs when you have to run the ball right at him?
On 3rd and 2, they have it. Ty Johnson down to the 5-yard line.
Extra lineman again. And watch on the right side. Edwards gets right up to the second level, but look at the receivers. That's Shakir and Sherfield, and they right there. You talk about setting the edge on defense. Those guys are setting the edge on offense, and if your receivers are going to block like that, that's going to open up the run game.
16 yards, setting up a 1st and goal. This time, Karlaftis is waiting for him. He's not the only one. Reed coming up also for no gain.
Well, this is surprising. The Chiefs have held 6 straight opponents to 20 points or less, not having given up 30 points this entire year.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Never gave up a 300-yard passer. Never even gave up 400 yards of offense to any team, although the Bills are on pace to break that.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about the adjustments. This Kansas City defense averages only giving up 7 points in the second half. And right now on this drive, that's going to reach the average if they punch it in. They've got to reset that. Yep. 2 guys moved right then. You got to get everyone reset.
Timeout called by Buffalo, and this game, again, the margin is so slim. It's a timeout that you might want to have back later. Back in 30. First, this from Progressive Insurance.
Play. This is not a watch party.
Watch party? Who said party? As in party.
Let's check the replay.
This What Really Happened replay is brought to you by Progressive. One thing no one would challenge, protecting your home and auto with Progressive.
My bad. Should pull forward a touch? Hope he's got Progressive.
Coming out of a Buffalo timeout, a cut on the passing hand of Josh Allen. Tried to address it during this short timeout. Okay, he's got a 2nd and goal. Actually lost a couple on that last run. They're 8 yards out.
He's used his legs multiple times, usually on 3rd down, not here.
Little wiggle fake, buying time. On the run and throwing it away. He was near that, like, 1 yard from the sideline that you so brilliantly laid out for us in the first half, where he's been just exceptional this year.
Don't you feel as though these last few games, he has made a concerted effort not to put the ball in danger? Everyone's covered here. Great job passing off. You see the guys inside, outside. Snead, who has given up how many touchdowns this year as a corner?
0.
None.
But no forces is what you're talking about.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
That's been the difference. He's 17-0 in his career in the regular season when he doesn't turn the ball over. He's 20-1 since 2020. The only loss coming in the 13-second game against
Did not get the snap away in time.
Wow.
Now you have to take it from
Huge
the 13.
Snap, delay of game.
Huge mistake.
Offense number 17. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
Gene, when you come out after the play before, that clock runs pretty quickly. I know that the quarterback.
Yeah, definitely, Tony. I mean, that's one thing you've got to be cognizant of. And we know that a back judge is looking at the clock. It gets to 0. Then he looks back to see if the snap happens. They were still late on that one. So
Okay.
it's a good delay.
3rd and goal. Let's see. From the 13. Let's see if 13 could be a lucky number this time for Buffalo. Sliding left. On the go. Throws. End zone. Touchdown! The Bills score from 13 yards out. Shakir hauls it in.
And that's on Snead, his first touchdown given up this year by the great corner who has not given up to anyone. He travels with the top receivers consistently, and they leave him out on an island thinking it's going to be fine. But this is a dime, not a donkey, by Josh Allen into the corner of the end zone to give Buffalo the lead.
What a throw.
One of the biggest moments of his career. He's had a bunch of them, right? If they're lucky enough to win this game, that's the play right there. That they started to probably truly believe it may be our time.
15 plays to cover the distance of 75 yards and took almost 8.5 minutes. Extra point is good. A fourth lead change in about a one-quarter span. Shakir has a touchdown.